It's time for your Sandusky Speedway weekly race recap show. Your hosts, Chris Mize and Doug Duck.
Howdy.
Long time no see, Sandusky Speedway people. First off, guys, we want to thank the veterans out there. Couldn't do shows and race like we do and have fun without you guys sacrificing for our freedom. Thank all the militaries over and overseas and homeland fighting for what freedoms we got left. I want to thank first responders, police, fire, EMS, doctors, nurses, tow truck drivers. Thank you. They'll get done blowing in a minute, I guess.
It's all right. It's that time of year.
So it's been a while since we've been on. Should have already had a couple races under our belt, but Mother Nature's been not very cooperative, Doug, and it is what it is.
I looked at this weekend and it's might be able to pull it off.
Showing okay afternoon on, and
Right.
chances of going down. I don't know. I get sick of looking at the weather. To be honest with you, we're going to race. The way it looks, we're racing this weekend. Pure stocks, Renegades, All-American Iron Series, and beginner stocks. $1 to get in. Front gate, not the back gate. $1 getting in the front gate. Pit gates open at 3. Hot laps. Main gates will open at 4. Qualifying will be right around 5:30, along with racing at 7. We're going to continue on this year. Like I say, we haven't done a live for a while, but we're going to continue on this year with our weekly shows being $1. $1 to get in the front gate.
Most of them, right?
Yeah, the weekly, mostly. Yeah, all the weekly shows.
Well, you have one every week. So for those that don't understand,
hold on 1 minute. All right, hold on, Doug.
is everything okay over there?
Yeah, give me a minute.
All right. I'm doing a show, he said.
Yeah, I'm in trouble with my parents now.
Oh, no.
All times to pull in. It is what it is. But anyways, $1. I mean, you can't even buy a candy bar for $1 no more, Doug.
That's true. That's true.
And the way we look at it is we're trying to make it affordable to come out and watch some weekly racing. And we know times are tough. Crunch is on across the, everywhere, Doug. And so we feel that some of the better weekly racing out there is at our track. I mean, we've seen some real good racing. All-American Iron Series, which is supposed to be very strong in car count this year. Pure stocks, we've seen some hell of a good racing in that. Renegades always putting on a show in the beginner stocks. Some nights we might only have 2, Doug. Some nights 3 or 4. It's beginner class. Before people go and beat up, well, there's only 2, 3. Well, they're learning.
Right, yeah.
They're
That's
learning.
what it's for.
Yeah, and before you go up in a Renegade class, you better know how to get up on a wheel, I mean,
Right. Yeah, it's a tough division.
So, I mean, we got a lot of things coming up. Hopefully all the rumors are put past us. Kevin did a live here a few weeks ago, and I just want to address that for a second only, 1 second only.
Okay.
And then I'm moving past that. I'm not going to address it anymore because I've had people call me and ask me, and Kevin explained everything you need to hear on that live. If you missed it, go to Kevin J. Cox Facebook page, look it up. Track's going to be open. It is open. We are racing. Caught some heat last week for canceling, and then what, Doug? 7 o'clock, I think it was. Started raining.
Yeah.
Wait, and it's not that. Listen, it's not that we don't want to race. Trust me, we want to race just as bad as you guys out there. It's just that we know it costs money to get to the track for fans and drivers. Don't really want to get you into pit gate, take pit money, and then rain out and send you on back home with, next week you can use it because now you got double the cost coming
Right.
track, on everything. So we try to make that judgment call in the best interest of everybody. I mean, caught some heat for it last week, but nobody was saying anything when it was raining at 7 o'clock till 8 o'clock. I didn't hear anybody.
Right.
But, so, like I said, the way the weather forecast reading this week, there might be a little rain in the forecast, but we are racing. We are going to race Pure Stocks, Renegades, All American Iron Series, and Beginner Stocks. Now, we've done some updates with drainage. So, we're pretty dry right now, Doug. I mean, it's drying up. We're pretty dry. Very happy with Cale Krebs. I can't take a lot of the credit for that. Cale Krebs, Boom Pro Trucking, did all that drainage work. And Tony's Lawn Care, want to thank him for the machines. But when you get the 6th wettest April on record ever, not a whole lot you can do, Doug.
That's true.
There's only so much drainage we got and put in that it's, and we're at the mercy of a creek over by us called Pipe Creek. If that creek stays up high, we're kind of screwed. But everything's looking good now. The creek's down. Even if we get rain in the morning or tomorrow, it's going to take a whole lot. The water's down under the pipe in the pond. It'd take a substantial amount of rain for us to say, no, we're not going on Saturday. I just want everybody to know that. And Sunday we have go-karts. Once again, I want to thank Cale Krebs, Boom Pro Trucking. Phenomenal job on that go-kart track. I can't take any of the credit for that, Doug.
He should become an employee.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, but I never forget. I want to tell this quick story. Cale was out there and he moved some dirt around, dug up the track, flopped the dirt, clay, and reshaped the track. I remember pulling up right when I got done with the grader, and I was looking, and I was like, "Oh my God, what'd you do?" The way it is, and the go-karters love it. It's a little dusty last couple races, but we got that under control now. We figured out a way where that dust to be under control, how to water it, and the problem is once again we had the 6th wettest April on record. Getting a water truck out on that track was kind of rutting it up, and
yeah.
So now we got a way where Cale come up the way, and them guys will, that'll be watered down and be in real good shape on Sunday. So that go-kart track should be the best it's been so far this year. Fortunately, we ran races on a go-kart track, but wasn't able to get them on a big track. We did some switching around, touch base. The must-see racing series was supposed to run April 27th. Caught that early, moved that date to May 11th. Thank God, because I don't think we'd have been able to park anybody.
Right.
Was. Weather forecast was calling crap, so we moved that date. Thank God we did again because it rained, like I said, most of the day and then stopped and then rained from 7, 8, 8:30. That date will now go to Wednesday, July 24th with Must See Racing 410s, Power Wheelman Modifieds, and Must See
Sprint.
Lights.
Yeah.
So now what you're going to have at High Miles, you're going to have 4 days of go-karts, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and 4 days of the big track, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We'll get into that as we get closer, Doug. But be good events, some of the things. We took a little criticism for them, moving that date, but,
Worked out again.
yeah. I mean, it isn't like that group was traveling, around here coming to the track.
Right,
People
right.
coming from Florida, Arizona, Upper Michigan, and all over. So, that was a great decision by Jim Hanks and Kevin to make that call. So,
And you got a good race coming up next week too.
yes, Outlaw Super Series, CRS Trucks, Pure Stocks, Renegades, All-American Iron Series, and Beginner Stocks.
Right.
On Saturday, May
That's good.
26th. So that'll be a good night. That'll be a real good night. We'll get into that more next week. We're going to start firing our lives up once a week again. Like I say, we've been off. Doug's had some issues go on, and I've had some issues go on, but
yeah, age has a lot to do with it, doesn't it?
Yeah, thank God for the Cleveland Clinic. My issues are pretty much over. I believe. Watch, I'll say that, walk in the house. But so we'll be going. We're going to look at Tuesday nights because Doug's got some stuff going on Wednesday nights. I believe once, twice a month, don't you, Doug?
First Wednesday, yeah.
Okay. So
I'm not in an AA meeting or anything like that.
Yeah. All right. Racers Anonymous. That's what I need.
Right.
But,
it's actually a class on how to retire and stay retired.
I need to take that. But we'll start going Tuesday nights, 8 o'clock. I think that's the best night. Will Wiggins does his Wednesday night. Ohio Woodman Series, 8 o'clock. Hammer Down Racing Report will be on at 7 coming up tonight, Thursday nights. And then after that, Shady Bull Speedway around 8 o'clock has theirs. Facebook Live. So, about, not a lot to cover. We didn't have winners or nothing. The only one that won is Mother Nature, and she's been kind of bitchy lately.
So regardless, start making the trip to Sandusky Saturday.
Yes.
No matter what, you're going to try to.
We're going to try to get it in. We don't see us not getting it in. Forecast dropped down 20%, then it's 25%, then it was down lower at night. Lower at night in Sandusky, it's showing way low chances. In the morning, it's showing. But, I tell you right now, honestly, I'd rather see 60% right now on Saturday than 0% than 30%.
Yeah.
I don't know if this has ever been shared to people. Promoter's worst nightmare is when it shows for 30%, right?
Yep.
You end up getting hit. And, in today's times, listen, I'm going to tell you people right straight up, we are going to try to get this show in because we're not expecting rain Saturday night. Now, I know everybody gets up first thing in the morning, looks at their weather app. Everybody's got a weather app now on the phone, though.
Mm-hmm.
So, you can look at it.
Everybody's a meteorologist.
Everybody's, Holly Strano, Everybody looks like her, but they want to act like her. But I'm telling you right now, we're going to go after it, be very aggressive, and we're going to race $1 to get in. you can't beat that. I mean, you, mom, or mom and dad, Junior and his three buddies come in. It's $5 bill. So
Right.
very inexpensive night. We'll do something at intermission. I just don't know what we're going to do yet. Most like an autograph session the first night. So, it seems like it's a pretty good hit. But yeah, photo booth will be coming soon. Fox, if we talk offline, maybe we get inside somewhere this weekend. Table set up for a little bit, so maybe fans want to buy, or you fans, listen up. Use people, right, Doug?
Oh boy, yeah, you people.
You fans, when racing's over, the night's over, last checker flag fell, you're more than welcome to go back in the pits. I think some people forget that that's how we've done things for years, Sandusky. Drivers love it. Cardinals love it. Drivers love it. When it's over, please feel free to walk back in the pit area. Talk to your drivers, whatever you want to do. Lux will be set up there at the All-American WB pit. If you want pictures, get a hold of her on Facebook. She's over there. If you're a fan, you want pictures, you can get a hold of her. Well, there's going to be a booth set up inside the tunnel eventually, coming soon. But I forgot about that. Look, sorry. That's Lux works their ass off out there, Doug, getting good pictures and real good pictures for the karting series on Sunday and the big track on Saturdays throughout the year. So kind of support her. If you look for a picture or something, go support her. She puts a lot of time and effort to take these great pictures. I've seen them. I know they're good. I'm not just saying that because she's on them, Doug. They're good pictures.
All right. Yeah, I seen some of her pictures.
Mm-hmm. So we are going to run. I can't stress that enough. We are going to run. The way the weather forecast calls, if we get showers in Sandusky, it's going to be in the morning. We should be good in the evening. And furthermore, to be honest with you, Doug, I'm sick of not racing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Last time I seen this happen, I'll be honest with you, is we had a couple years where we rained out the first three races, but I think it was back in 95, 96, somewhere in that time, 30 years ago, maybe 94. I can't. we rained out the first 7 races.
That happened to MSA one year. It was probably the first 6 or 7 races they rained out.
Yeah, but this was Sandusky Speedway. I think it was close to 30 years ago, if not 30 years ago. First 7 races, it just downpoured, and we were like, I ain't gonna lie to everybody on the right. About the 5th, 6th race by noon, we were all pretty well lit up. Nothing else to do, upset.
Right.
So we feel the frustration of the rainouts, and it's time. It's time we were right in our decisions last week. We were right in a decision the first week because the grounds was just so saturated. Hell, we had water up to the track still because Pipe Creek was full, Ponds was full and overflowed. So it could have been a disaster in the parking lots and the pits, on the track with the water. Last week we hit it on, but this week we're going forward. We're going to get the show in. If we got to run until we're getting the show in. So, that's a question I told you. It's above my pay grade. You got to go up to the top, very top. But I don't even know who would do it, to be honest with you. I don't know who would do it. But there is talk of one race, if not some being streamed for a weekend. I can't divulge that information yet, but It's talk right now. They're in talks. Kevin's in talks, not me. I mean, it's between him and the persons involved. But other than that, Doug, what else you got?
Just a reminder on high miler campsites.
Campsites, if you didn't renew them, they're up for grabs. So there's some campsites left. You might want to get a hold of them, go online. If you're looking at camping on High Miler, you might want to. You didn't renew last year's spot, don't be upset.
Right.
If it's gone and you got to go to another spot, because that's been a rule for years. You got to get them renewed by January 1st,
Right.
Hangover race. A few people I want to thank. They busted their ass, Cale Krebs, Tony with the equipment. Can't thank him enough. I've been down a little bit, Doug, through, going on 2 years, a little bit. Just, I'm good now. Should be okay, but I ain't been quite myself. Energetic. Cale up there busting his ass all the time, and doing what he needed to do, what he wanted to do. So make sure y'all thank Cale if you see him at the track. Home Pro Trucking. Tony's lawn care equipment, we used out there. Thank him. I want to thank Larry Justice, busting his ass again. That's the best way I can explain it. And, he gets frustrated because, he busts his ass. He wants things to be successful. And there's many times I told Larry, it'll be okay. It'll be okay.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be fine. But Larry's busted his ass in this All-American Iron Series, and it's going to be successful. I think, personally, it's going to be more successful than what he's thinking in the end game. Want to thank him for all his dedication, picking Sandusky Speedway to run that series at. So, what else you got, Doug?
Are there any pit pads remaining? Do you know?
Yes.
There are.
Yes, if you want to rent a pit pad for the year, actually, the best way to do that is get a hold of Kevin. I think there's a thing online that you might be able to go to.
Yeah.
I believe www.sanduskyspeedway.com. Best way, though, I'd get a hold of Kevin. Is my famous line goes, I have nothing to do with pads.
Right. Or camping.
There's an inside joke with that. But so 2 things you got to get on. If you want a high miler camping spot and you didn't renew yet, you got to jump on that quickly. Second thing, if you want a pit pad, get a hold of Kevin and get with him on that. Third thing, we are racing this weekend. We're doing everything we can to get it in because the water's down, Pipe Creek's down, and take an extraordinary amount of water and rain for us not to be. Last week, different story that was still draining out. Got rain at 7. We knew it was going to rain at 7. For once, the forecast was right. What was coming in. We were looking at 4 different weather apps. Trust me, Saturday morning, and it was right. All 4 were saying between 6, 7 o'clock it was going to start and then move out after 8:30. And it rained pretty good for about half hour, 40 minutes, then up and down. Hey, Dean Henry, how you doing? Then it rained pretty good up and down to about 8:30, 9 o'clock, and which would have been bad for you, the fans, drivers. Nobody wants to stay, especially on a weekly night. Nobody wants to stay at the track in the grandstands and all that till 11, 12 o'clock at night. Hell, for that matter, on our bigger shows, we don't want to be there till midnight either.
Right.
Our goal is a couple hours, 3 hours max, and get you out of there. That's what I consider. Have racing, an autograph session, features, get you out of there by 9:30 or so. And for $1, you can't beat that.
Right.
You can't beat it. So Pits, $30 to get in. For our weekly, we haven't changed that price. We're not going up. So, All American Iron Series, same thing. The driver gets in free. The rest of the crew's got to pay, though. The driver will get in free. The rest of the crew pays. So, am I missing anything?
I think you got it.
All right. I want to thank everybody for watching. I don't know how many's on. I can't see that no more. Facebook.
24.
Thank everybody for watching. It's about time to go racing. You drivers, it's about time for you to hear my voice. So,
Have you been practicing?
yeah. Well, James was there. James will tell you. But it was still, wasn't it, James? It was still flooded out a little last week, where it was, could have been a nightmare. Week before it was flooded good, and so now it's all drained out. Everything's good. Once again, we're at the mercy of that creek. If that creek, it rains so much and the creek fills up, we're not draining until that creek goes down. We're not going to drain fast.
Right.
Like I say, Kale's put in a lot of pipe that went up through the pits, along the fence to the west, down the fence to the north, out into the parking lot, across the parking lot, all the way out to the front parking lot. So, that pipe that he puts in, if you go down over turn 2 there where the crack is that it goes into, where the main pipe from the infield comes in and goes out, there's times you wouldn't think that pipe is flowing almost every day. There's got water going through it, so a lot of water draining out there. So, other than that, we'll be going Tuesday nights, 8 o'clock. I want to thank everybody.
8 o'clock, you say?
Yeah, 8 o'clock. Want to thank everybody. It's been a long off season. We're ready to race. Hope you guys are too. Hope fans are. Hope to see you out at Sandusky Speedway this Saturday. Pit gates open at 3. Hot laps at 4. Main gates at 4. Qualifying around between 5:30. Racing starts at 7. Remember, after the races, fans can go back into pits after the racing. Make sure you see Lux. If you want some pictures of your favorite driver, or want to get a picture of you and your favorite driver in the pits at his car, which I think is pretty cool. There's people who do that sometimes. You can do that afterwards, and I'm sure she'll set you right up, take the pictures, and take care of you. So, anything else, Doug?
That's it.
All right, people. Hope to see you Saturday night, next Tuesday night. God bless y'all and God bless America. Thank you.
See ya.